and welcome to a new episode in the Graphs and Networks tutorial. In this episode, we'll be looking at some classes of graphs. So this is going to be a purely theoretical lecture. There won't be any questions. Just the main objective is just to get familiar with the types of graphs that will be encountered when we solve questions. All right. So the first class of graph is known as a complete graph. So in this graph, it's basically the case when every vertex is adjacent to every other vertex. That type of graph is known as complete graphs. So this is denoted by Kn, complete graph of n order. So in this case, this first example, if you see, u1 is connected to u2, u3 and u4, right, everything. Similarly, u2 is connected to u1, u3 and u4. U3 is connected to u1, u2, u4 and u4 to the remaining three vertices. So we can see that every vertex is adjacent, or that in simpler terms is connected to every other vertex. So this is K4, the complete graph on four vertices. Similarly, this graph is K5. If you observe carefully, every vertex is connected to the remaining four vertices, every other remaining four vertex. All right, so hope that's clear. So the second class of graph is known as a k-partite graph. So first of all, let's see what it means. So when your vertex set v of g is partitioned into k subsets, v1, v2, v3 up to vk, such that every edge joins a vertex in vi and a vertex in vj, and I is not equal to j. This is the definition of a k-partite graph. So in simpler terms, you divide your vertex set Vg into k partitions, and you see that there is an edge going from one partition to the other partition, but there are no edges between the same partition. So let's take this example. So you see your first set is your turquoise set, that is V1. Your second partition is known is your orange set here, that is V2, V1 and V2, and you see that there are edges between V1 and V2, but there are no edges amongst the vertices of V1 or amongst the vertices of V2. So this is known as a k-partite graph. So here we have divided our vertex set into two parts, and since k is 2, this is called a bipartite graph. Similarly, you can divide into many different partitions as well, not necessarily 2, but this is an example for when k is 2, and it is called a bipartite graph. So this is a pretty important graph. It will come into consideration almost in major questions. Alright, so the next type of graph is called a complete bipartite graph, denoted by k, m, n. So first of all, as the name suggests, it is a bipartite graph. So you have a bipartite graph, and when every vertex of your first partition V1 is connected to every other vertex of V2, we have a complete bipartite graph. So basically, V1, that is your first partition, has m vertices. Your V2, that is your second partition, has n vertices, and every vertex in V1 is connected to every vertex of V2. So mod V1, that is your vertex number of vertices in V1 is m, number of vertices in V2 is n. So if you look on the right hand side of the screen, you can see two examples. So the first one is K33. So we have two partitions, since it's a bipartite graph, so of 3 vertices each. So say this is V1, V2 and V3. This is U1, U2 and U3, and you see that V1 is connected to U1, U2, U3, V2 is connected to U1, U2, U3, V3 is connected to U1, U2, U3. So every vertex of V1, capital V1, is connected to every other vertex of capital V2. So that is a complete bipartite graph. And in the second example, you have K23. So it's a bipartite graph. You've divided it into two partitions. Every vertex of V1 is connected to every vertex of V2. That means it is a complete bipartite graph. So that's your K23. So an important note for a complete bipartite graph. So for k, m, n, your total number of vertices in the whole graph is m plus n, and your edge set is mn, because for every one vertex in your first partition, there are n edges corresponding to that, and there are m vertices in your first partition, so your edge set is m multiplied by n. So the next type of class of graph is known as a hypercube. It is denoted by qn. So the vertex set is a set of ordered n tuples of zeros and ones. So I hope you know what tuples are. So it's basically just a sequence of zeros and ones. Can be any sequence. It's a binary sequence basically. So that's a n tuple of, say, a 4 tuple would be 4 entries like this. Say this is one example. So the vertex set is ordered n tuples, and 2 vertices in this graph are adjacent if the ordered n tuples differ by exactly one place. Alright, so let's illustrate this better with an example. Say you've got q2. So you got, first of all, ordered 2 tuples, so 2 entries each, and since we're only taking binary values as your vertices, so it's pretty clear that you have 4 vertices, right? Because 2 comma 2, either 0 or 1, and for the second ordered pair it's either 0 or 1. So you got 4 possible combinations. So you got 4 vertices and labeled them as 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Now you see that 0 0 is connected to 0 1 and 1 0 because the vertex differs by exactly one position, right? So this 0 is changed to 1 here, and for this connection the first value is changed, 0 is changed to 1. You see that 1 0 and 0 1 are not connected, because to get 1 0 from 0 1 you have to change your first value from 0 to 1 and your second value from 1 to 0. So that means you have to make 2 changes, right? It differs in 2 places. That's why it's not connected. Similarly for 0 0 and 1 1. So that's your q2. For q3, I think it would be pretty obvious by up until now that there will be 8 vertices, because it's 3, so 2 power 3, right? This can take either 0 or 1, and you've got 3 possible combinations, so 2 power 3. So if you plan it out on a paper, it pretty much looks like a cube, right? And see, I've got my label, I've labeled my vertices as 1 to 8, and so I've written down what the vertices would be. So vertex 1 would, label would be 0 0 0. Similarly for vertex 2 would be 1 0 0, and so on. And if you see carefully, the connections signify that the vertices differ by one place exactly. Alright, so have a look, check this out yourself. If you have any doubts, put your doubts in the comments and I'll address them. No worries. And important note in Qn is that Qn is Qn minus 1 union this is Q2. So you take the disjoint union of 2 copies of Qn, so 2 copies of Qn minus 1 and Q2. So when you Qn minus 1 union Q2, you get Qn. So that means that Q3 is constructed when you are Q2 union Q2. For Q4, it is Q3 union Q2. Alright, so I hope that's clear. And the last type of class of graph is known as a star. It is a very special case of your complete bipartite graph, but in this case, one partition consists of only one vertex. That is why it is K1n, and you've got your n vertices in your other partition. So it's a complete bipartite graph where one partition has only one vertex, and the other partition rather than subset has n vertices. So these are 2 examples. So this is K14, right? You got, this is your one partition and this is your other partition, and every vertex of a partition connects to every other vertex. Similarly, this is K13. So this is your first partition and this is your second partition. Alright, so I hope the video helped. So that's it for this video. It was purely a theoretical video. So to summarize, we studied about complete bipartite graphs, hypercubes, stars, a k-partite graph, and a complete graph. Alright. If you have any doubts, post them in the comments. I'll address to them. And if you found this video helpful or insightful in any way or form, please make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel for future videos, share to people who might benefit from this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.